Hello, it's Lee. This is simply going to be a nice little tribute to one of my favorite souls of all, Mr. Bob Ross, the painter, a.k.a. the Happy Painter. As a kid, I totally loved that guy, and I still try and watch his videos. Even now, find them on Google videos. Sometimes I get to watch a lot of his shows from Chinese and or Russian websites. A lot of uploaders in those countries. So I'm very thankful to my brothers and sisters over in those countries for putting up dear Mr. Bob Ross. Robert Ross. As a little kid, I used to watch that guy in my mom's room. My parents' bedroom, I should say it. I would sit on the bed and I would watch it. They had a TV in the room, of course. And it would be a nice soothing meditation before bed. Anyway, this video is not to be a mockumentary, but more laughing with him and not at him. This is going to be, instead of Bob Ross, Rob Boss, the Happy Coffee Maker. Well, hello. Glad you could be here with us today. Today on this fine day, we're going to make ourselves a nice fine brew of coffee. So, come with me and I'll show you what we're going to need for today's exercise. First of all, you got your standard little coffee maker by Sunbeam. This isn't exactly any fancy thing by any means, and the time's not even right because the clock's funny, but it darn sure makes a good cup of coffee. So, starting on the left, we got odorless paint thinner, a.k.a. water. In this beautiful phthalo blue container, not necessarily the best gourmet coffee of all, but certainly not the worst, and it does me just fine. Inside the contents, Van Dyke Brown mixed with dark sienna. Over here, mixture of cadmium and Indian yellow. A little bit of Van Dyke Brown. Makes us a beautiful honey. And here, a little bit of the liquid white, a.k.a. milk. So let's put a little bit of that in our cup before we start. I'm just going to grab the standard, oh, what is that? Shush. 2-inch cup. 2-inch or so cup, about 2.5 or so tall. First, we're going to add a little bit of our liquid white. You won't need much, just enough. Seasoned to taste. Next, I'm going to put a little bit of our Indian yellow, cadmium, and Van Dyke Brown mixture, aka honey. Oh shush, let's get crazy. Put a little more. There we go. There. Just like that. Now shucks, I forgot to empty this. So, we're going to take the used coffee, bring it right over here, and just beat the devil out of it. Now, in this messy sink full of children's items, let's just give that a little rinse. That'll about do it. Back over here, put that inside nice and snug. Then I'm going to have to try and do this with one hand. I'm going to put this down for just a minute, because 2 hands is probably better than 1. All I'm doing now is that in odorless paint thinner, aka water. Since it's just going to be for me, this bottle right here is going to be enough. Since I might not have more than even one, and that should give me about 2 cups or so. Let's put that back over here. There we go. There we go. Now I'm going to add the Van Dyke Brown Dark Sienna, aka the coffee. Now just a second, if you will. Put that down here. Have a little smile at the bear. See? That little rascal is just waiting to taste his own medicine. Put that down like so. You won't need much. Just load the spoon up with a little bit of that Van Dyke Brown and put it on. Now sure, you're gonna think I'm doing camera tricks, but all I did was add 3 little scoops of this here tablespoon. Put it in. Now what I'm gonna do is add a small little bit of titanium white. In this case, Diet Herbe Mer sea salts. Just a little on top. This just takes the bitterness out of the coffee. Just a slight little bit, just like so. Mix it up. There we go. There, just like that, just like that. In our little world, we're the master. You can do anything you want to do. And I put it just like so to make the flavor a little bit stronger and a little less bitter. Now for all good to go, I'm going to close this here and brew the coffee. Once again, this isn't no gourmet, but for our purposes, this suits us just fine. And we're not trying to make a happy little buck. We're just trying to enjoy that for our own selves. But if you want to be some sort of special barista and make that happy little buck, well, by all means, do the best you can do. Now I'm going to close this off. I'm going to give a little stir to my liquid white and my cadmium Indian yellow Van Dyke brown honey. I'm going to stir it once again. See that? Beautiful honey goodness mixed with a little bit of eucalyptus. Makes for a very nice non-sticky substance. Now there we go. Just let that go. You know, if you find yourself in this day and age having a little bit of trouble, sometimes life gives us a little spin. Just remember how special that you are and how able you might be to handle your problems and do it well, even like a gentleman and like a lady. Because I swear to you, and I swear to the Almighty God, all problems that happen are surely temporary. When we get reminded of this, we tend to have less exaggeration, less trouble. And I found one of the best teachers and healers of all is certainly to go into nature. Take a beautiful walk in the woods, breathe the trees and the fresh air. Listen to the little music that the wind likes to make through those leaves. Oh, so on some days I swear it's talking to me. Oh, shush, maybe I'm just crazy. As you can see, our Van Dyke Brown mixed with odorless paint thinner, a.k.a. water and coffee, is coming down nicely. In just a little bit, I'll pour myself up a nice cup. It won't take long, and this is one of those basic standard coffee machines that if you remove the pot, it's supposed to stop dripping. It almost did. Shush, it made me a liar, but that's alright. Shucks. Can't have anything perfect. No mistakes. It's just happy little accidents. And in fact, this might be just about ready to start one up right now. I just hope that it's hot enough. So bear with us. I'm going to enter this in, mix it with the liquid white, the Van Dyke Brown Cadmium Indian Yellow Honey with eucalyptus. Now, I didn't want to have a boring video and you guys watch the whole time of it just brewing, so I'm going to do this a little in advance. Let's just see how this works. Give it a little stir. Just beat the devil out of it. And here we are. Ooh, that's good. That'll do me just fine. Well, from all of us here in Lee's home, take care. God bless. Alright, once again, that was not to make fun of Bob Ross. I absolutely adore that soul, love him to death. Been a huge idol for a long time. And I thought I would do that as a fun tribute, not in a mockumentary, not in making fun of, but having fun with that beautiful soul. So, until next time, God bless, namaste, blessed be. Catch you on the flip side, my friends.